So we had a look at down dog, we've had a look at up dog, we've had a look at cobra and baby cobra. How about triangle and extended triangle? I'm going to stitch those two together because you often find them together in a flow. Brilliant. So triangle pose, as you can guess, a little bit like down dog, which is an inverted triangle, is a side triangle. So take your right foot forward, spin your left heel back, and if you can, line up front heel to back heel. If you've got markers on your mat, that's sometimes helpful, like my happy head yoga mats. Zip up your core. So you want to feel like both sides of your torso are lengthening as you reach your hands vigorously out. Begin to feel like your thigh bones pulling up and in. Now the mistake, this is how it's supposed to look, and you can play spot the difference. Okay, and this is how it often looks when people are new to the class or new to the practice. Can you see the difference? So the shoulders here are bunched around my ears, roll them away, and this is crunching over. You want to extend out of your hip socket so you're nice and long. Brilliant. Your hand can be anywhere. Just as long as both sides of the torso are long as opposed to crunch. Lengthening. So it can be here, it can be on your leg, it can be behind, it can be on your brick. And then eventually you'll be able to come down lower to the ground. And there is an opening. So the key to triangle, so other than it crunching over the side, the other thing you'll see people do when they're learning is they'll kind of fold forward. The shoulder will drag down and the torso will drag. You want to feel like you're zipping up your core, opening, as if you are actually against a wall like this. So sometimes it's really nice to try triangle, that when your bum is against the wall, your shoulders are flush, reaching forward, and then feeling that you're leaning back against the wall, both of your shoulders, your heels, and then lengthen both sides. So notice the crunching. When you get like that, lengthen both sides of your torso. Taking your gaze towards the ceiling, and imagine that your hands are pressing back against an imaginary wall like this. Brilliant. Inhale, up you come. Turn deeply into your hip. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears. Back and together. And maybe let's try the other side. So turn the left heel out. Swivel the right hip in. If you can do it against the wall, even better. Really feel the wall behind you. Lean as far forward as you can. That's really key so that you lengthen that torso. And when you can't go any further, you can bring the hand down. Roll the shoulders away. Lengthen the torso. Squeeze the belly. And it's this feeling of rather than that shoulder dipping down, squeeze the core, opening up your body and feeling these top ribs rolling open as the bottom ribs extend long. That's it. Really feel the heels pressing down. Thigh bones sucking up and in. The triangle's a little shorter to make it longer. It will feel better. So it's such a wonderful pose, perhaps my favourite pose in half moon, as you really feel like you're getting length up your legs, your torso, from your hand to your hand. Really spread the fingers. Imagine them pressing against the wall. Wonderful. Press down through your heels. Inhale, up you come. Reverse triangle, bonus pose. And turn your head and shake it out. Awesome. So that is your triangle pose. So how do we move from triangle into a side angle and a side angle back into a triangle? So let me show you side angle first. Right foot forward, left heel turn back. So only difference is rather than straight legs, in the stance, you have a bent leg, inner thighs rolling up, and you are opening your top arm up and over. You want to feel there's a connection from your pinky toe side, the stretch coming all the way up your body, all the way through to your ring finger. Again, always checking if your shoulders are hunching and if you're collapsing forward. Squeeze the core, same as triangle, roll yourself open. You can have your hand like this, the stage one. You can also put your hand on a block or take your fingertips down to the floor. Getting lower maybe as you can. If you've got hands on the floor, you can use your elbow against your knee and your knee against your elbow to help squeeze the core and rotate yourself open more. But you really want to feel this wonderful stretch. Push down through the pinky cell, let the stretch come from there, rising up. So how do you transition to triangle? You simply straighten your front leg and take your hands to 6 o'clock. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, imagine that you're squeezing and pressing back against the wall behind you to get that opening. Firm down through your heels, inhale, reverse your triangle. Come up, turn deeply in that right hip socket. Turn deeply in the left hip socket. Arms out nice and wide, legs straight. Preparing for side angle, bend into the front knee. Notice how that knee wants to go like that. Roll the inner thigh up. Zip up the core. Make a shelf. Root down, find your foundations. And from that pinky toe side, you're stretching up and over your ears. Roll the shoulders away. Squeeze the core and find your rotation of your ribs. You can slide your hand down to a block or maybe down to the floor and use this arm to press back against the knee against the arm. Excellent. Breathe your body. Can you see that there's lovely space around my ears? I'm not crunching, I'm not folding in. Opening up. Coming into triangle, straightening your front leg. Hands to 6 o'clock. Belly drawing in, lengthening both sides. Hands pressing back against imaginary wall. Beautiful. Firm down through your heels. Inhale all the way, you come up. Reverse. Swiveling your left hip. Inhale. And exhale. Fold forward. Parsvakonasana. Bonus pose. Forward fold, wide-legged. And take a moment. Brilliant. So, hopefully that helps you break down 2 of the wonderful key and foundational poses in your practice. Namaste.